Going to do a quick call to order. And does anybody not have a copy of the agenda? You good? Okay, we're going to do a quick call to order. And first thing, as usual, if we could stand up and do pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, thank you, folks. Just want to say welcome to everyone. Especially on the cold January snowy day, you guys have lots of places you should be and could be. I appreciate you being here. So thank you very much. And welcome back and Happy New Year to everyone. So the first order of business is we do have an introduction of our new town council liaison. So I want to welcome Lorene Hall. Welcome to the crew. So this is the FDPC meeting. And Lorene, I'm not sure if you want to just say a couple of words before we get going, just as words of introduction, if folks don't know you.
Stated my name. Or two. Very excited to be on council. We do not get to select the groups that we are associated with. So I was beyond excited when I learned that I was going to be able to be part of this group. My husband is a huge history buff. My father was a huge history buff. I love history, and the fact that we have this in our community is such a gem. And I came over that one time and just was amazed at how much is here. So I'm really excited to see what your plans are. I also took a class here once. I was so impressed that you offered classes here. I took a first aid class as we had a baby, a family, and a toddler. I wanted to make sure that all my Girl Scout things hadn't left my brain. So this is a gem, and I'm super excited. I just want to say thank you to all of you, because without volunteers and people to keep something like this going, it would be very easy for it to fall by the wayside. So thank you in advance for your enthusiasm, and I hope that mine matches yours as well. So thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Welcome. So glad for you to be here. So welcome. All right, so we are going to get right down into it. So annual election of officers is next. Abby, I'm going to ask your assistance on this one as far as which ones I know we have to do. President, we do have to do the chair, the vice chair, and the treasurer. So now, right now, we have on the chair, the vice chair is Kevin, and the treasurer is Don Faulkner.
Correct.
And so, any discussions as far as folks, I ask the three people right now, would they want to be reconsidered for those positions going forward? You sure?
I'm willing to continue, but I do want to offer, if anybody else would like to, take a shot and do that, I am more than willing to step aside. Give somebody else an opportunity. But again, somebody wants to.
Yeah. And Don,
I'll also say I'll do it again for another year. It's a real short.
Okay.
I'll do it for another year.
Don's up for it. Now, I think all three of us are probably in the same boat, which is I've been honored and love to do it. We'll do it again this year. But if somebody else wants the honor as well, I'm more than willing to discuss that with no issue whatsoever. Now, the only side on my side, I will be traveling a little bit more this year. It shouldn't impact things massively, but it may impact that I may not be able to be to all of the speaker series. It may miss one or two different board meetings. So it'll be a little more than last year. But other than that, I loved it last year, and I'd love to do it again. But if not, that is totally fine.
So is there a nomination for the chair position?
Nominate Rob again.
I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Thanks for seconding, Don.
And do you accept?
I will accept.
Okay. All right. So
Thank you. Yeah,
all in favor for Rob to become the chair again for 2026? Betty, Suzanne?
We're voting on Rob.
We're voting?
Yep.
Aye. Okay. Great.
Thank you.
The same people in.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So is there a nomination for vice chair?
I will nominate Kevin Kennedy.
I'll second that motion.
Oh,
Don-
Betty beat you to it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
so all in favor?
Aye.
And for treasurer, is there a nomination?
We'll nominate Don Faulkner. Spass.
Betty, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Wonderful. Congratulations, everyone, on your new
Thank you.
old positions.
And again, I don't think I was bragging when I said this is the best group we got when I was telling Maureen. So the volunteers really make it happen. I said it's not bragging if it's true, and I think it's absolutely true. So thank you all. All right, moving on. Just to catch us. So last year we left our heroes for the past and upcoming events, or events that we just recently had and some coming up. The Girl Scouts rental of the Heritage Center for the first aid training that was on January 10th. So this was the first time we were using this facility for that specific purpose for a smaller group. So I was here the entire time, and I will tell you, I have witnessed some very good use cases for the Heritage Center. This might be the absolute best one because you had a group of girls come in who did not know how to do CPR, did not know how to do the Heimlich maneuver, did not know how to do all the emergency stuff. And 5 hours later, they walked out with those skills into the community. And it was on a rainy day that was raining like you can't believe. Their other alternative was to be at the scout cabin, which is not like this place. It's great if you're building fires and everything. This was, they kept saying this is pure luxury because they needed a screen to do PowerPoints and videos of CPR. They needed a place on a clean floor to put the dummies down, baby-sized dummies and human-sized, adult-sized dummies. This place, they just kept saying, was ridiculously awesome. So I just want to say they did a sweep of all the girls, like for any little piece of litter when they went up and back. They wanted to make sure everything was in its place. They put together thank you notes for the Heritage Center and for Abby in particular, who had to do all the updating of the contracts for this, which they knew that there was real work involved in this, so they very much appreciated it. So I just want to let you know, I thought it was an absolutely outstanding use of the place. It was very appreciated.
Good.
And most likely consider us again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So we changed it for this year in order to be a little bit more inclusive to smaller groups, because typically what we had was a $200 deposit, and then it was $75 an hour after that. And that's what the arrangement we had with the Longview Acres Garden Club. So this was $30 an hour. And that is for small groups under 10 people,
I think it was under
15.
or something, I can't remember.
It's written in the fee schedule. I can provide it for you if you want, but that information should be online. So I just made an adaptation to the contract that we've used in the past. And it also has information on how you want the room set up and what kind of technical needs you have as well. So if you know anyone who wants to use the Heritage Center as a rental facility, send them our way.
And just, of course, when they take breaks because kids are kids, they're asking a million questions about everything that's here. So they are very interested in doing a tour with their troop. And I said they're more than happy to accommodate that. It really was, I thought, an outstanding example of. So people that over the summer, this was the same group that was evacuated from the scout cabin by all the emergency vehicles. So that was the other location, just so you know, and it was pouring rain. And so just so you know, and to add to the delight, they had some issues that they think there was a rodent that's dead in between the walls, having a very big stench. And so this was not here. So when I say this was an improvement, they kept saying this is luxury. And so we'll have to think about it going forward, but I just thought it was a great use case. So thanks for everybody. I know this took a lot of work. We had to change the contract, and believe me, everybody knew the work that had to get done to do that. It was very much appreciated. But any more feedback on that, let me know, because it was outstanding. And they said they said, you want me to come to town council? I'll do that, because they just loved it. It was absolutely fantastic.
Glad to hear that.
All right. Moving on to the next subject then, the loan for the North Allegheny Distinguished Alumni Dinner coming up on the 22nd.
Suzanne and her crew have assembled a couple bins of items to send over for the alumni dinner, which is tomorrow afternoon. Yeah. So I'll take it over to, they're having it at the Trinity Church. Is that what it's called? Trinity? The Greek Church. Holy Trinity. Thank you. Right at the corner across from Passavant. That is tomorrow evening. We'll set up a table. I made some extra signs that say like these items are on loan from the Heritage Center. I also have a bunch of printouts of our lecture series as well.
They are printed.
So I must have made one before. Okay. Okay. Well, I have some more. So I'll set that up tomorrow evening, and then that'll be a really nice display for those distinguished alumni. So thank you for your hard work in pulling all that information together.
Right. Next one, I think Abby is you as well, the 90s board game night on
Yeah.
January 22nd.
Tomorrow evening, we're having a 90s board game night. So if you saw the bags and bags of board games out there on the floor, we're going to be playing all kinds of games tomorrow evening. So you are all welcome to come if you'd like to. It is a free event. It starts at 7 o'clock, 7 to 9. And it's going to be here at the HCC. So I'll be over tomorrow to set up the tables and set up the games and stuff. And I got some retro snacks and juice boxes and all kinds of stuff. So it should be fun. We have 32 people registered for that event tomorrow night. Yeah.
Sounds great.
EV repeats, that's a good thing.
Jerry. So good to see you, Jerry. Come on in, get a, there's a chair here. There's a chair right there by Kevin. Whichever works for you. Jerry, you can sit anywhere you want.
He give you this seat, take this seat. Or there's another seat.
Yeah, there is an extra one right there. All right, good to see you, Jerry. Thank you, Rich.
Thanks, Rick. You can sit here.
You sit right there too.
That's
Yeah.
You sit here. Over there, Rich.
I think we can.
Sit up with you. Sorry, Friday.
No worries, Rich.
Yes, sometimes he doesn't want to put up with me.
Yeah. All right, thank you, folks. Thanks, Cheryl.
It's just he doesn't have.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna keep us moving then. Anything else on the board game night?
No.
All right, the reopening, we do have scheduled for February 11th, weather permitting. So I don't know if there's anything else anybody wants to mention, but that is the date right now for the reopening.
The Wednesday crew has been hard at work and taking down all the Christmas stuff. We did that last Wednesday. That was an explosion of glitter everywhere last week. So they took it all back down to the basement, got things sorted out, and now we're in the process of bringing up new things for all of the cases. So that's why it looks a little sparse around here. But this year we'll definitely be highlighting more McCandless specific topics. And then hopefully have some rotating displays from other organizations in McCandless as well, including Sisters of Divine Providence, Passavant Foundation, some other organizations. So more to come on that, but until March, until we're really out of the woods weather-wise, we're hoping to be open at least from Wednesday to Friday or Saturday if we have volunteers for Saturdays. But of course, if it's snowing or icy, then, I'd rather you stay home than come here, so.
Is it Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to be sure somebody hadn't said they be there Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks. All right, then the knitting workshop, February 18th and the 25th.
So this is a 2-week workshop. We did this twice last year with Dana Getz from Knit Hope. It's already sold out. And so
It sold out last year too.
yeah,
You gotta be fast on this one.
you do. So she'll be back February 18th and 25th. And again, we're going to do it here at the Heritage Center. So
That's very good. All right, and then I'm really looking forward to the first speaker series that we have is March 19th, the Depreciation Lands Museum presentation. That sounds fantastic.
Small, but it's very interesting.
I am fascinated, so I can't wait for that one. And then we do see, when do you think we would have to make a determination when to go do the
So they don't open, their season doesn't open until May.
Oh, okay.
They also have a friendship day where it's free and open to the public. They used to do that, I believe, in May. But she said this year they're doing it in September. So if we wanted to plan some sort of group visit to the Depreciation Lands Museum, it would have to be after May. We could do it on a weeknight, but there would be a charge per person because they're typically only open, I think, on the weekends or maybe only
Yeah,
on
it's very,
Sunday.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we had our men's group had somebody speak from them. And I know at that time they told us, say, you're right here, we're only open on weekends.
Okay,
Now, apparently, weekdays, if you're paying, they'll let you.
right, right. So if we wanted to look at the calendar and go sometime in May, or June, we can certainly make arrangements to do that.
Okay.
Whether that's on a day that they're already open or a special arrangement.
Maybe we can make that as we get closer to the date, what we're thinking, because I do think that would be an outstanding addition,
Sure.
especially if you get your own special little group to do it.
Is the plan to have an event here and then a visit there? Is that-
Yes,
okay.
so they're coming for the first lecture, March 19th. And then the thought is to, see that information in action at the
Maybe a
depreciation.
tour.
Yes.
Yeah, the way we did it with the observatory last year was perfect,
Mhm.
because that gave you the overview, and then you went a different night to get the full on effect of being there, but having the background was great.
Right.
I think that's a great approach for us.
Okay, well, we'll look at the calendar and then maybe next meeting we can throw some dates out there and I can get in contact with them to see if that works for their schedule as
Got
well.
it.
Because they're all volunteers there too,
Got
so.
it. I do want to make one other announcement on some just upcoming events. The speaker we had last year, Chris Green, the economist that we had come speak in, who invited all the board to come to his book launch, Beyond Steel, about the history of the steel industry. It is now sold out. Unfortunately, it is sold out in person. I did get a ticket though, so I got a ticket, so I'll be there February 3rd. But if you do want to do it virtually, they do have a Zoom link as well. If anybody's interested, you just ask me and I'll get you the spot to sign up. But again, really a good advantage of having authors come here when they do their book launches. They invite everybody. So it's a great idea. All right. I am going to move on then, since that covers the past and immediate upcoming events. Just any public comments or any other agenda items people want to add to the agenda before we get into the future.
28.
Oh, yes. I made this agenda before I added that on there. Thank you, Cheryl. So on February 28th at Town Hall, we're going to be having how do you pronounce it, Cheryl? Pasanki workshop. It's the art of using wax and dye to make Ukrainian eggs. So that's going to be $45 for residents, $50 for non-residents. And again, we're going to do that at Town Hall because there are mini candles involved.
Just so this has caused a flurry of activity at my house trying to get everything arranged so we so that not only
it's cool.
Yeah, there's like trying to get a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, so I
did it at Ross last year and it was great.
How many people can we actually have there?
Maximum is 25 people for
That's
the class. And it's a 3-hour class.
They were doing it. I went out to the church the last time they had it. Because they have a sale usually every year.
They do.
And I went to the church and got that information for you. And they had very few eggs because that was when the war in Ukraine started. And I said, what's happened? You used to have so many more. And they said, well, our members cannot make enough eggs for the sale. And they brought eggs over from Ukraine. But with the war, they couldn't get it. So it was very limited. And then they haven't had it since because they just don't have the volume. But they do teach the classes over there as well.
Fortunately, the price of eggs have come down.
All right, but that is very good. Great addition. So thanks for adding that in, Cheryl. All right, I'm going to move in then to the reading and the approval of the previous meeting minutes. Now, I did review it. They were attached on the email that went out. It was the last in December. There was nothing, I didn't see anything gigantic or major in there to change. So I'm good with what is in the minutes. Anybody have any questions from the minutes from December. Do I have a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes?
Motion?
Do I have a second? Betty, thank you so much. Approved.
Rob, can I just ask one question? I don't have it in front of me. Do we have an open date for the speaker series? Anywhere during the coming year? Jim Howler, I was with him, and he has a new program, and he mentioned to me that he's available if we want him.
Okay, I will certainly keep him in mind. Jim called me last week and I thought it was just a butt dial, so.
Oh, no, actually it came, yeah. And I was talking to him, well, I went to lunch with him and we were talking about that.
Okay.
So the way we do look at the speaker series is, first of all, obviously the first time in history, we've got it all planned out the whole year in advance, which is gigantic.
Yeah.
But if something comes up, I mean, we can adjust. We can always have two in 1 month. I mean, we can do such things. So if there is something that is really good and you think it's time, this group has been known to make accommodations.
Don, what's his new presentation about?
Actually, it's about the smoky Pittsburgh city. It's a history of the really terrible, what gave Pittsburgh a really bad name in the past. As being the smoky city, the fires and everything else that Pittsburgh has experienced.
Okay. I can talk to him and get more information. Thanks, Don. Yes.
General time, it's after Halloween, before Thanksgiving, before all that. So Friday, November 6th at the Camelot. So this is the same spot as last year. I mean, and then the nomination forms have been posted. First time this week. So it's like right out of the gates that the nomination forms are posted. So folks should be able to access those. Also in person, physical copies here. People want to hand them out to someone. I'm sure you have anything else you want to mention on the logistics. Is the logistics nailed?
So the nominations are open until February 28th. And then I believe the date on the nomination form says that you'll be notified by March 30th, maybe the end of March. So this group will review all of the nominations that come in and then make a decision. From there.
Nominations yet?
From Betty's daughter.
The Makitas.
Yes.
They have a Makita Foundation, which they started to honor the daughter who died of breast cancer. And so they have big fund, they had pledged 60,000 in 4 years to children's. They paid it out in 2 years. They give a lot to St. Jude, to Make-A-Wish Children's Hospital. They have fundraisers 4 or 5 times a year. We have a catch bash coming up the end of February.
Nice.
And they had a thing for the Steelers season, a whole thing. They made $10,000 on it. So their goal this year is to help St. Jude. They have found out that if you're a certain age and you have to go to the hospital, they don't pay for the families to go. So that's what one of their goals is this year. So, and they have everybody in Laurel Gardens on the committees and stuff. And so they really pulled probably a lot of people. They're already asking with price of tickets, so they can order tickets.
Great.
So I think they'll really, they get a lot of corporate sponsors for their golf outing they have every year at Conley's. So they are really do a lot of good.
Well, thank you for that nomination.
Excellent. And you just my hats off to you logistically for getting it all posted there, because it's really good to say they just nailed up. No.
I write the numbers down.
All right. So the big thing on the gala though is obviously we'll be moving a little. We'll be getting the nominations nailed down earlier than we did last year, as is the plan. So we got the logistics nailed down earlier. Everything. So we're moving the timeframes up a bit. to relieve a little pressure on the backside, you know, so there's not as much pressure.
To get
Yeah.
people, but I'm already working on baskets and I have a lot of ideas that we're changing a lot of the baskets up, but I'm already working on, so the earlier we get the letter out, the better.
Yeah, that's what we'll probably be talking about.
Change the dates.
Probably March.
March.
Yeah.
I think we
March.
should probably have a
Change the
meeting in
date
March.
of, that we need to buy and the date of the gala, because I'm already working.
Yeah, I would say like next month, and I think we'll be starting to talk about that as the stuff gets in.
Excellent. And I have great respect for your basket capabilities. I think we all do. We all are just astounded at your skill set. So it's astounding. So anything we can do to assist with that, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, it's a crazy. I've never seen such a skill. I've never seen it. All right. Any other questions on the gala? Again, there'll be more as we get forward, but we're just trying to get things going and logistically nail down, as early as we can. All right. Thanks. All right. As far as reports and updates from different committees, marketing and communications, as far as social media. And I'm not sure, Abby, if you want to mention, I know Facebook stuff, I continue to follow it. So thank you so much. I always think the postings are awesome.
Our most reached post was about the lecture series, actually. It reached 7.3 thousand people. And that was, yeah.
So that was the posting.
I know.
That's 7,000.
That's great advertising,
Yeah.
free advertising.
Okay. So just to reiterate this, first time in history, we've had
Yeah,
an entire year's worth of the speaker series in advance posted
yeah.
so people can put it in their calendars. So well done.
And so
well done.
we have at least 2 people registered for every single one of the lecture
Really?
series.
Wow,
The rest
it's
of
better
the
than
year.
I expected.
Yeah. So.
Well, I keep telling people, we
Even
got some
in
heavy
November
hitters this
before,
year,
yeah.
and that shows it. They even have it saved on it as a PDF, and I can just say, here it is. So very nice to have. That's just huge to have.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the work on getting that out.
And we'll continue to push that lecture series graphic as we approach the March lecture series as well. So we'll be in good shape. The second one was the post about the sign in front of the boathouse about Babcock and who he was, and that reached 4.2 thousand people. And the third was the survey that we have to ask the students in 1959, 58 about what the mascot of North Allegheny should be. So there was like a voting ballot. Should it be the Rockets? Should it be the Knights? Should it be the Tigers? And that reached 2.4 thousand people. So.
Okay, and by the way, I'm still absorbing 7,000 views for the speakers. That's a giant number.
What kind of?
There is a small installation there right in front of near the ladies' room. I guess it's on that side, and it just talks about Babcock. It's a little bit about his life. If you're walking around, you can. It's been there for about 5 years.
Yeah. It has a picture of him.
Is
Is it? Oh, good. Is there another one with Babcock on it too, right on Ingemar Road? Like if you're passing the cannon and it's behind you. I think there's another one, or maybe it might be some different information, but there's another info panel there as well. Are they all the same? No. To check that one out then.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also made an annual report that I shared with the FDPC. That will be in town council's packet on Monday for their meeting. And then I'll be doing a very brief overview of that annual report at the meeting on Monday, January 26th. It just highlights all of the lectures that happened last year, in addition to all of the special programs we did with the House History Workshop, the gala, Santa, all the community events that you guys participated in, and other volunteer statistics as well. So
You were asking if we had any more information, right? Where are you looking for that you feel that there are?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to submit it to Diane this afternoon,
Okay.
so we're all set.
Excellent. Okay, thanks for doing all that. So much appreciated. We had a great 2025. So I'm glad that we're able to present. So excellent. Thank you. All right, on the budget side of things for 2026, I don't think there's been any major changes since December on this, so I don't think so. Anything to mention? Because I would be shocked if anything changed since.
I'm talking to the Wednesday group about what kind of organizational needs that they need for the basement. There are some shelving units, some map organization, bins, just general stuff that we could probably use. So that'll be an ongoing project, as we sort of evaluate. Yes. Yeah. And also I need to speak to the librarians about what they feel is necessary for the library, supply wise as well. So those will be the expenses that we have, immediately. And we did purchase at the end of last year, a new desk and a new filing cabinet for the office, for better utilization of that space. So
I used that desk and chair during the Girl Scout event. And let me tell you, it worked perfectly. I
Yeah.
loved having an outlet right there that I could plug in.
And
And
it's much more sleek than that 1950
Yeah.
metal.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
So-
They wanted the displays.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a display.
It could go over there.
Put the lamp or under the.
Yeah.
Put something in.
Combination desk and fallout shelter. That you
Yeah,
could be under that
exactly.
thing, and let me tell you, it could take something.
Getting back.
But thank you for who assembled the thing? Like, is that's no joke to assemble. This.
Works.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
So tell those folks thank you. I know assembling office furniture is
Mhm.
a delight. So thank you so much. It's working perfectly.
What would you like to? Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Yes.
I went to the Hobby Express out on 228. And I was surprised to find out that they had specifically made a replica of the trolley. Pass that around. These are some nice pictures that they had of the trolley that I think we don't have. And but it's $107. I mean, it's really only about this big. But it's perfect to.
Yeah, showing that sort of
Yeah.
area there about the front.
Yeah, put it in
Yeah,
a case.
You can put it on a shelf too, because you could leave it in the box.
Yeah, that's true. And I
Do we think that's something that you guys would like to invest in the collection?
Yeah, I think that.
Looks great.
Okay, and when you do think, whenever we do community days and everything, one of the best things that all the kids like to do is ring the bell from the
Yeah.
trolley. So if you actually had a model of a trolley there while you're ringing the bell, that's not a bad thing.
straight or, you know,
Yeah.
color and it has the harmony line on it and everything.
To me, it's worthy of consideration. So I think it's
Is
a
that,
worthy of
this is a
consideration.
picture down there at Babcock in 3D.
Is that a yes?
Does that look like the same?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Suzanne?
I mean, that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll work with you to get that purchased. Yeah, one way or another.
All right, sounds good.
Station.
All right. And then I was gonna go off, unless anything else on the budget side. I'm gonna go to outreach as far as outreach plans for this year. Now, I will reach out to, now we did Rotary Club last year. I'm not sure if they want to do it again this year, but I can definitely find that out. I'm not sure if there's any other outreach presentations that we want to do. Girl Scouts are interested in coming here,
Mhm.
so it's like, if you're okay, I am gonna follow up with the leaders. And because they also said other troops will probably be interested if we do that, because they said the facility is so nice. And then once I found them out, I told them some of the things are hands-on, because believe me, they told the girls, like, hands off, like, don't, we're not messing around. And so when I told them, no, some of the stuff's hands-on. And they're like, you gotta be kidding me, that's awesome. Yeah, I told them, I said, I know some exact volunteers who could actually tailor a tour to you, to your needs. So if you're okay, I'll follow up with them to say it might be something.
I think that's a good, and so much is happening this year with the 175.
Mhm.
That if we target like one group like that, and especially a group of kids, you
Yeah.
know, and Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, I think that would be a great. Because that's education plus kids plus it would be a good thing in the book at the end of next year.
Yep.
So,
Okay, so I can start there, and then I do have a contact at North Allegheny about potentially getting some of the history teachers there to sponsor a project here where some students could put together a video project for us or something else. They have to get the contact people to me yet. So if everybody's okay, I haven't fully gone down that road, but I got a couple of contacts. So I was going to go down that road. And again, the connection with North Allegheny, with Joe obviously starting all of this, I think would be good to continue. If everybody's okay with that, I'll
That'd be
just
great.
continue down. I can't promise it will turn out something, but I'll continue to put effort towards it.
sounds like, yeah, worth looking into.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do. I'll do that.
Does the Girl Scouts have a history badge or something like that that they can?
They do have something like that.
Okay.
So it's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's very similar to that.
Yeah.
So we could figure out something like this. It would be a win-win. Let's put it that way. Everybody would.
At our November meeting, we had discussed making a list of the care homes in the area and reaching out to them about either bringing people here or going out there. Has there been any movement on that
I
list?
did talk to my in-laws who both live in Sherwood Oaks, and they said that they have a coordinator that does that, and they would be very, very interested in coming
Okay.
here. And if we had anything that we would want to go to them, they would be very, very open to that.
Okay, should I reach out?
Yeah, I'll get you the name.
Okay.
That's, hold that one.
They have Hensley House, which was the one behind it used to be Atria's, it's Ridgecrest now. So they own that one besides the one that I work at, so they all have buses, they may be willing to, you know.
I mean, it's very easy. They're looking for places.
Yeah, they-
Right.
They just show right up, yeah.
For the restaurants, they take them out to the store stuff, but I think they came once here.
Okay.
When it was the waters, they came once here, but.
Yeah.
But I can talk to maybe, because they're all kind of interconnected, maybe talk to the activities person. To see if they can contact the other places to see
That'd be great.
if they,
I think
yeah.
the Sherwood Oaks.
Okay.
And my in-laws have been Ascension Villas. They love coming here. They've been telling, so if you want me to get the name of the activities person
Yeah.
there, I
Yeah.
can as well.
That'd be
So
great.
they would be your ambassadors because they bless them. All right. Thank you. All right, anything else on the outreach programs? All right, as far as programming for this year, okay, advertising for the speaker series we talked about for 2026. Once again, we can't talk about it enough. Unprecedented that it's all set. Full list available on flyer back here. So feel free to take one and give it to somebody if you want. I even took a picture of it with my phone, so you can easily text it to somebody if you want. So feel free. I've done that multiple times. It is a great one. When I tell people we've got just an absolute heavyweights coming this year, and I back it up by showing it. This is, you want to go to the Roberto Clemente Museum? Well, we're bringing the museum to you. So it's like, it's making all of these things very easy that we're bringing all the stuff to you. So I think that is great. And on the program, as far as the bus trip to the Trolley Museum in July or August, I want to
Yes.
mention that, Abby.
So the PHLA Museum is coming to the Heritage Center to do a lecture on June 18th. I spoke with the people at the Trolley Museum. They would be glad to accommodate us for a tour. It would be $15 a person, and that includes a guided tour and a trolley ride. And Scott Becker, who is the executive director of the Trolley Museum, is the one coming to do the lecture, and he said that he could take us in a behind the scenes tour that people don't typically get to do either. So I think that $15 will go a long way. So I think we should probably look at going there on June 20th, which is a Saturday, or June 21st. They have a big event on June 27th and 28th. So that next weekend is out. Does anyone have a preference on whether we go on a Saturday or a Sunday?
I think in June, they're pretty much open. trying to avoid anything.
No, not on the
June
weekend. anyway.
21 is Father's Day.
Oh,
Sunday, so just.
thank you.
Yeah. So that's-
Not
Well,
that day.
Except for that.
Thank Tim Cook on that for his calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just decided.
Take your dad to the trolley museum.
You can't tell me an idea how long that whole thing would take, that trip and probably riding. We could just give people
No.
time.
I was thinking maybe like 3 hours to be there. I mean, it takes what, 45 minutes, an hour to get to Washington anyway. So it would kind of be like a half full day thing. So Saturday probably would be the better
Yeah,
option.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything on
Depending
the,
on the time, you might have lunch stop. Or get a bat box lunch or something.
Well,
I mean,
so that
I-
leads me to the second part of this, and we had talked about like chartering a bus. And I think Trish Clunan was like, "Oh, you should take a Molly's Trolleys," and I was like, "I love that idea.
Oh, wow.
That sounds so great." Well, Molly's Trolleys is not cheap, and it would be well, there's a service charge of like going outside of the city. And to take it all the way to Washington
Yeah.
from here would be an additional $250. So I did the math and it would be $53 a person just for the trolley ride. So I don't know. Is Lenzner cheaper? No. Okay. So should we just meet there?
They don't have,
But even like a charter bus.
yeah, it depends on how many people. You can get one of those minivans. What? 25 people.
I mean, I guess we're not going that far. Like you're not asking people to.
No, it's that's
3
not
hours
way
there.
out.
Everyone could meet at the center and go down at the same time. It's not like we'd be scattered getting there. We can make sure we're all there at the same time.
All right, so meet there.
That's what I think.
June 20th, sorry.
Is they have like could do presentation and discussion on the you can show some of the picture they have a screen.
Right.
But that
In 2 days before.
yeah.
Is that published from? Say, 50.
50. If we both, maybe probably be. Oh, Jesus. We're gonna just drive ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a drive yourself, meet there at 10 a.m. on June 20th. So I'll reach out to the people at the trolley museum and make those arrangements and then see how a group is 20 people.
anything,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on in June for. Animals.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I checked one. I hope so.
Asking you.
Anything else you need on the trolley?
Not at this time. It says the tour accommodates 20 or usually around 20 people. So if we end up with 40 people, we might have to have 2 groups. I'm not sure. That would be best case scenario. What's
Is
that?
there a maximum that you're?
She said a group is around 20 people. So I can call and get more information from her. I'm sure they're gonna be flexible and helpful to us.
Yeah, it's in their best interest as well.
Right.
It'd be win-win.
I was going there, been a long time. But it depends on what you want to see. I'll show you how they rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
How they refurbish. And then you can take a ride.
Yeah, that's true.
Take your little ride around the grounds.
You can see the old Wexford Deli redone.
Yes. Yes.
What they found. When they did.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna move over to next thing is volunteers. We do need shift coverage for Saturdays and Sundays. Suzanne, I don't know if you want to give an overview of where we are as far as the Saturdays and Sundays and having a challenge there.
in for me on Friday. I don't know whether he will do it every Friday and then I do Saturday. And so that's, we've worked that out. I would have to run that by him whether, I'm not sure he wants to do full,
Yeah.
full time.
Yeah.
But I could run that by him. And then Saturday isn't that much of a problem for me. Let's see, what's the say? There's Christmas decoration like on the window. Oh,
I know where the other ones are.
yeah. We left it there. But I mean, it would be nice if we could get, a sign. It's nice when we have
Right.
the other day, somebody, can do that. And John can't do Saturdays, church Saturdays.
Fine.
I don't know.
If anybody has any ideas on this one, I do not right off the bat, just so you know, I do not have an idea on this one. Being able to cover.
I don't know, would anybody be willing to trade or just do once in a while or? Once in a while?
I can do it for one year and not on Saturday.
Well, I'll check with you and then, put you on the schedule to make sure that's okay. For that particular day, for those kind of things, how. And John, I I have to be sure I don't tell him too far ahead.
Sure.
And then I have to be sure I tell him far enough ahead. But he's wonderful.
Well, thank you, Suzanne. Thanks again to volunteers. I know it's a lot to be able to schedule.
I will, when I. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe you can let me know if there's things that you can't, dates that you're busy.
Yeah, I have every other weekend off, so I don't have.
Let me know.
And thanks for coordinating it all, because I know Suzanne, it's a challenge, so appreciate it. Thank you.
And then
Well-
it's Thursday.
Well, you got, I know what I do with Cheryl, there's 3 of them, And
Yeah, there's 4.
Oh,
There's 4 of us, I'm sorry.
But I called Cheryl, I said, will you make a schedule for that month? I can't, it's great, so. That's great.
Understood.
Just put down both names.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They're great about figuring that out.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to move on to operations. The Heinz History Center is again a change of direction for the Heinz History Museum from last week. Heard about the carousel panels is they're not going to take them for their exhibition. Did I read that correctly?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Do they plan on picking them up later or just kind of everything's in limbo or they don't really need them? Or?
I emailed and I said, hey, when are you coming for these? Because I thought you were gonna come in December. And she said, oh, we changed our mind. We don't need those anymore for the exhibition. So
Okay.
I
So
don't,
they know where they are.
yeah, they know where they are. So we can keep them as long as,
Good.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Thank you. All right. The January reset. I know we discussed this a bit about new displays going up, new office furniture and organization. Anything else you want to mention on this? I know we mentioned a few.
If you have like.
I do.
Oh, you do? That would be one.
Okay.
Because, we. The other ladies did things better than it's not necessarily, but they did, of course, historical things and old Valentine is kind of an old fashioned. So they did, I think, did a great job. But there's other ones that are, don't have anything. And I did talk to Randy Sorrell, and he has a deed that he would like to get put in restoration so that it would be, we would have it and it would be restored properly. And, I was referred to Abby to do that. I talked to, Mr. Eigner about, Eigner's farm. And he's gonna call me back. He had to think of some things. Some suggestions of things I have to talk to him, and I can't get a hold of Kalen's. Kalen's have an answering machine that doesn't let you, yeah, say anything, so.
Well, Mrs. Kalen came for
Yes,
that, a part of that church
Yeah.
group that came.
Yeah, she goes to that church, the church.
Yeah.
You
What's,
might be able to
what's the
get
church,
in
the red
touch
church
through
on
the church,
Wexford Main Road?
the one right up the road.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's, I think it's, yeah, it's a Methodist.
I think it's.
If you're going away from Sorgel, okay, it's on the right.
I'm not sure.
I'm told them.
Oh, well, no, all I know is the phone number I put online.
Yeah.
Now, and I called that,
That's probably.
and the lady, yeah, and they're closed right now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would like to talk to Mrs. Payne about them giving us pictures or items or loaning it to us for the, I wanna have that for the summer.
It's coming up, I know.
Okay,
Still living the same house.
yeah, really,
If I can find out, yeah.
okay, that'll,
If I can find out, get a number for you.
Suzanne, with respect to Eigners, do you think there might be an interest in any of them coming and getting a talk?
I know Mr. Eichner does do that. It's Ron and Dawn. Ron is the speaker. So he's gonna call me back. And, I did think about that possibly, maybe a day.
Yeah.
Thing instead of the evening.
That'd be great.
I'd love to do like a
Yeah.
I think Sorgels did this for Franklin Park's anniversary that they had last year or the year before. It was like Franklin Park Day at Sorgels, where residents got a discount in the shop or something like that. I think they also had some special events, maybe with some historical information, but we could do like a Eichner's Farm Day where we go and like look around and he can tell us about the farm and
Yeah.
its operations.
Yeah, some ideas. They have some ideas as well. That'd be great.
Yeah, his uncle did the farm, ran the farm for the nuns at Divine Providence.
So that's
Cause we used to have, when we were living there, when we first moved out here, you'd look out the window and you'd, oh geez, the cows broke out through the fence. We used to run up to get Mr. Reitner and help him round the cows up.
That is.
But he did that for the nuns.
That's great. All right. Anything else to discuss regarding new displays, office furniture, or?
Excuse me, yeah, Abby, you said you had some ideas about some displays or anything like that?
Mhm.
Okay, if you need any help setting them up, let me know.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back, I'll be back next Wednesday to discuss more basement
Wednesday.
stuff. So if you want to stop by next Wednesday, we'll be pulling information out that day as well.
Yeah.
Usually, like 10 to 1-ish.
It would be nice maybe if, and I'm sure everybody's thought about this too, if we have certain groups like the Girl Scouts or something, I mean, we could have things that are pertinent to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
put
Yeah,
them in
they
the-
would
in the
love it.
display
Yeah,
cabinets.
it's a great idea. Okay. That's a great idea. I will definitely follow up on this. My bet is we will have that. That's your. All right. All right, I'm gonna move on to, okay, McCandless 175 committee update. So I don't know if you're Abby or Kevin, so both on McCandless 175.
Boss here, you let her.
There you go.
Let's see, where did we leave off with McCandless 175? We have our next meeting next Tuesday. I have asked them to support the Polar Plunge. So if you are around on Saturday, February 7th, you do not need to take the plunge, but if you want to watch people do something crazy,
Where's that
then
gonna happen?
in the parking lot behind the town hall.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a mobile unit. It comes on the back of a truck. They fill it up with water. It's about 4 feet deep. We're gonna have a DJ, a coffee truck, a food truck, our bonfires out from Winterfest, and some warming stations as well. So it should be a good time, and the whole purpose is to raise funds for the Special Olympics, specifically NA's Unified Bocce Team, which incorporates kids with disabilities playing with kids on the same team who do not have disabilities. So
What's the date, Abby?
What is
Saturday, February 7th,
time?
9 to 11.
major points for sheer crazy fun. So it's like
Yeah.
that is sheer crazy. Awesome.
They love stuff.
I should call the news.
Like, or Today Live or something.
Try it live.
They're actually, I've heard advertisements for down by the stadium for something to do in a polar plunge.
Are they?
Yeah, so. It's the same group, I guess.
Yeah.
New council person. See that?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Well, it depends on the air temperature.
You'll never know. Yeah.
Depends on the air temperature. They do put in filter water, I guess. So we're not going to pull it from the fire hydrant. Because that water can be kind of cloudy and dirty. So they bring in, the Culligan man or something, and they fill it up. So it'll be clean at first.
You wanna go to?
Yeah.
Some people pay thousands of dollars for this. I know it's like a very trendy thing, and now here you are getting it for free. People pay you to do it. All right, anything else on the Canvas 175?
Not at the moment.
Looking forward to it. All the activities, great use schedule. All right, anything else anybody wants to talk about any on the non-agenda items?
I have one more item of note. So the town was notified that we were accepted into the local government academies internship program again this year. So if you remember last year, we had an intern from LGA, Alyssa. She came to a couple of the meetings with me. She just had a personal interest in history in general. She was working on a planning and zoning project. This intern will be placed again this summer. It won't be Alyssa, it'll be a different person. But the program project will be related to scanning and archiving all of the McCandless documents that we have. Basically, I took boxes from the library and have them in my office. So photographs, general information. So we're going to catalog that with help from this intern.
We have the two ladies here that work on that right now.
Yes.
So they can work with this person.
Sure.
Now you got an intern.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
basically
I know, she was good. Yeah, that will be a part of this person's project. So it won't be the entire project. They'll also be spending time in the planning and zoning department, finishing up the project that Alyssa was working on last year. And we want to give them, a diverse experience. So they'll spend some time with Public Works and, the finance department to sort of understand how everything works. But part of the project through the summer will be to capture all of that information for 175. So
Great,
yeah, exciting.
excellent. All right, anything else anybody wants to bring up?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Ooh, good one.
Thank you.
Basement earlier today. We discovered that we have quite a few that were not applicable to McCandless. We have Butler County, we have Marshall Township, we have just a variety of this and that. And some of them are also duplicates. So after the meeting, if you would like to go over and claim that.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you. I appreciate doing that work. I mean, that's real work. So thank you so much. That is something. Well, one other thing I want to mention with Amy Steele being here, I did go over to Northland Library, and let me tell you, it exceeded all expectations.
It's awesome.
It is absolutely awesome. Okay? All expectations, the whole family, and just absolutely loved it. So just nicely done.
Yeah.
Yes, Betty.
And so that they're gonna send us things from Wexford, Ireland to coordinate with Wexford, PA for basket. So
No. Betty, just when I think you cannot possibly exceed, you just start off from here, boom, right away.
St. Patrick's Day parade. So, and that was the band that my dad got to meet the Pope because he went to the Vatican with them when they marched in the Christmas parade at the Vatican. It's the Nick Ross, but they're from Wexford, Ireland. So.
Thank you.
I sent them a message, I emailed them, and he says, oh, I can't send things that are expire, like. Stuff, but I'll send whatever I can, so he's gonna put together stuff for Wexford Hour.
You never cease to amaze me. I should know better by now. I should know to not be surprised, but I am surprised. So it's like, that sounds great. All right, anything else to discuss? All right, what a great start to 2026. Can I get a move to adjourn? Okay, Jim? Okay, thank you so much. All right, we are adjourned for the first meeting of 2026. Thank you, folks. Much appreciated. Glad to have you here.
Yeah,
Okay.
great.